fighting Andrew Tate. Mate,
Andrew Tate got God on his side now. There's no way Brian would win that.
although I would gladly blow myself up if I could take that fucking shitbag with us.
That's the use of a stereotype there, which is obviously not what he...
I'm just saying, if he really wants to prove it, do the right thing. Let's see how...
It's a stereotype.
Let's see how about that life you really are.
Yes, although, yeah, not all Muslims.
Not many people in the world I have a personal beef with. I've had some internet beefs back and forth. There's very few people I personally dislike. One of them is True Geordie. Anyone who's followed me long enough understands why. He's a very insulting, fat, vulgar. He's a dickhead. He's an unlikable person. He's not very smart. He's stupid. He has his little girlfriend who sits next to him. And they did a video about me long ago where they were insulting a bunch of women who worked for me, calling them horrible names. He made full-grown women cry. I replied and said that's a horrible thing to do and he should apologize. He refused to apologize because he was full of hate. Turns out the man was full of hate because he ended up begging for dildos off of a woman. The screenshots were leaked of him begging for dildos, begging to suck on them, begging to be cheated on because he likes to be dominated by females. He sits there, fat. That's why he eats so much, to try and pretend he's bigger than he is. He sits there fat, trying to convince the world it's muscle and that he's a tough guy. But truthfully, he begs to be dominated by females. So this person is genuinely a piece of shit. And now, after me converting to Islam, he made a piece on one of his podcasts saying that I'm not true in my conversion, and then insulted all Muslims. Then that Muslims blow themselves up, and that I should go blow myself up. We should all blow ourselves up, making fucking racist comments about an entire religion, as if that's somehow funny. Let me tell you something, my friend, and if True Geordie, if you're watching this is a message directly to you. There are certain times in life you need to know when to shut the fuck up. There are certain things which are not funny. Certain things that are not beyond reprisal. You don't sit and insult a man's religion. Just like you don't insult a man's entire company and the people who work for him. That's one thing. But to insult my religion and the religion of billions of people across the fucking planet, making ignorant jokes about fucking blowing ourselves up, thinking that it's going to go without consequence, you're going to learn very quickly, my friend, that that was a mistake.
People are not happy with it. So an old friend of mine, we'll call him Mr. Potato Head for the sake of this podcast, because I know you'd be desperate for me to say his name. He recently claimed to have joined Islam. I made a joke in questioning that newfound faith of his that conveniently comes at a time when he needs as many supporters as he can get. I said if he really wants to prove he's a Muslim, he should blow himself up as a suicide bomber or something like that. Mr. Potato Head, to die, as much as I don't really like him. It was a very stupid thing to say. It was an idiotic joke, one I'm sorry for, you know, because I never thought for 1 second that anyone would take offence to something so silly.
Right.
You know, at the time, I'm sat next to a guy who has a Muslim family, who knows how much love I have for everyone. Like, you know, I'm not a prejudiced guy or whatever you want to call me. Is that right? Prejudice. I know some people will just use anything to try and take you down, and I've given them a golden opportunity. So yeah, all I can say is sorry. I am not questioning religion. I was simply making a joke at the time about him and religion. The ironic thing,
for foreigners.
I dated a Muslim girl once, and she said, "I'm very surprised that you're interested in me because you look like the guys who used to bully me in high school." When Lawrence's son was born, it meant a lot, you know. That's like a thing that's in me. When I have so much like love for your family, they need to grow the fuck up and realise that this is a joke.
Is the cancellation for True Geordie beginning? Gymshark have announced that they have suspended their relationship with True Geordie immediately and indefinitely. Will and should all social media platforms follow suit? Cancellation of True Geordie continues. Last night, PokerStars terminated the contract with True Geordie with immediate effect. Question now is, as these cancellations are mounting, will the social media companies follow suit?